2020 was an insane year. In real life, inside our heads, but also in the stock market. Everywhere it was the height of meme culture as Paul Dano rallies social media masses to take down the elite. No, not the Batman, but in a rather fast-tracked dramatization of real-life events. Welcome, my friends. My name is Ren, and this is my review of Dumb Money. Welcome back, movie fans. Thank you for joining what is bound to be an interesting discussion, because when it comes to biopics, 9 times out of 10, the events portrayed in these films are about events that happened long ago. Rarely, if you're my age or even younger, do we get to witness dramatizations of events we were there to witness as they unfolded, as is the case with Dumb Money, the insane, real-life David versus Goliath tale, as everyday people flip the script on Wall Street and get rich by turning GameStop, yes, the mall video game store, into the world's hottest company. That is, until the billionaires fight back and both sides see their world turned upside down. And this is an event that is very fresh in our minds. I'd be lying to you if I had any interest in this film because I like stocks, but I remember being there, witnessing all the twists and turns in this real life story and seeing how it all turned out. This isn't necessarily a film that appeals to me, but I had interest not only because I was there to see how it all unraveled, but I love Craig Gillespie as a filmmaker. And on top of that, despite not liking stocks, I don't like cars, and I love Rush and Ford v Ferrari, and I love The Big Short. So I couldn't wait to see a marriage between all these elements, plus a star-studded cast. Everyone brings their A-game, and this is a film that very much relies on the charm, grace, and charisma of its cast. From Seth Rogen to Nick Offerman, Vincent D'Onofrio, Paul Dano is just super likable in this film. He is so down to earth. It's a very naturalistic performance. Everyone just fits into these archetypes so well, from the everyday people where you see the underdogs fighting to make a living, to survive day by day, and the hedge fund babies that just coast on their laurels and on everything that is secure in their life, that they don't have to worry about anything. So the film establishes this connection and this rivalry per se, even though these people don't necessarily know each other, with Paul Dano at the center, who is hyper aware of everything that is going on. Gillespie weaves in all these different characters and storylines from both sides, with him at the center, as everyday people see more and more the appeal of this stock and try to take control of the stock market from these hedge fund babies who underestimate everyone else that is trying to climb up to the top and take a little bit of piece of the pie. And because of that, a lot of it feels segmented, and not every segment is as interesting or as compelling as the others, but it makes for some interesting interactions between characters where everyone is sort of living in their own bubble, in their own little world, and their own little world kind of has their own different version of reality. And so it makes for very unpredictable character interactions and character arcs throughout this film. As a storyteller, he is also hyper aware of how not everyone necessarily understands stocks or is interested in them, so he sprinkles in his typical sense of humor with morally gray areas and introduces relationship conflicts that humanize the characters and allow us to connect with them a little bit more, with great funny moments and banter, particularly from Pete Davidson, who is just playing Pete Davidson, and a great Anthony Ramos. But this is a script very bogged down by information. It overcompensates in assuming not everyone understands the stock, and it over-explains it. It has all these different segments that don't allow the story to pick up momentum because it goes back and forth in time, where all these different characters come into this stock, into playing against Wall Street at different points in time, and a lot of them have different levels of knowledge about how it all works. So you'll get introduced to a character and they need to be explained how it all works. And then there are other characters that come in and already have chess pieces on the chessboard and are already winning the game. And so the film becomes very convoluted at points in how it tells its story. It's not a film that feels too smart for you, but it is a film that feels too smart for its own good. It wants to keep moving forward, but it has to bring all these different segments and elements together. And so it doesn't really pick up momentum. At one point, it'll be very funny, it'll be light and breezy, and everything will be going well. But immediately after that, it'll be very dramatic. It reflects the chaos, the unpredictability, and the suddenness of the stock market, how the lives of all these interconnected characters went through so many highs and so many lows in such rapid succession in a matter of months. But these characters, despite compelling at points, entertaining at points, they're not necessarily the most compelling, the most memorable, the most entertaining narrative characters. And so the film becomes bogged down where it has these highlight moments where you remember an exchange between two characters. You remember this moment between husband and wife, between brothers, between an employee at GameStop and his manager. But nothing about the film really sticks into memory. It's entertaining enough when watching, but as soon as I left the theater, it all lingered in my memory as rather vapid. Fun ideas, interesting elements severely overshadow what feels like an unfocused whole with way too many characters, way too many stories, and really needed to be somewhat trimmed down. It doesn't hold energy through its entire runtime. It's clearly capturing the hearts and minds of many others. So as I dive into my final thoughts on Dumb Money, it's time for you to start the conversation in the comments below. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm right. Tell me why I should tear this movie down even more. Anything and everything down there. And if you're enjoying this review and want to talk more movies and TV, this is the place to be. Consider clicking that subscribe button and you won't miss any future conversations on your favorite movies and TV. Dumb Money is held up by an entertaining ensemble, but misses the kinetic energy to keep the twists and turns in this informative story captivating. How it happened just never fascinates or enthralls as much as what happened. Enjoyable for some, but as for me, I don't care for stocks. I'm giving Dumb Money a C+. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to start the conversation in the comments below with all your thoughts on Dumb Money and what you remember from the real life events. Big shout out to my channel members for always supporting the channel, and I'll be back very soon with more videos. So until the next one, love each other and love the movies.